Hello there, and welcome here then to the penultimate round as the helicopter you can hear the helicopter in the background whilst I'm trying to commentate and do this 10-minute qualifying session for round 25 of the championship coming to you at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looks like we're going to have Jack Mitchell, the rookie, coming out onto the track first. And I have still been keeping an eye on the rookie championship, and he is still leading, but the gap is quite big, I'd say. It's a pretty decent gap there, so if Jack can actually finish the race ahead of the rookies, then he'll be crowned rookie of the series, well, rookie of the championship. I don't know. Anyway, this is hugely important for all these other drivers here. Jack needs a good finish to maintain if he wants to get himself back in championship contention for the finale at Zen Jolters. And he currently sits in the top 10 in the standings, but he sits a long way from the championship lead. He sits 286 points back, so he needs to basically win the race and the other championship contenders to slip up. Anyway, onto the backstretch then goes the rookie. Now, again, as we have done this all that time here for the 10-minute qualifying session, any cars gets involved in an accident, we'll have to start, we'll get their cars disappeared, we'll have to start at the rear of the grid, and it's going to be vitally important for the likes of Noah Cars, James Qualls, RJ Bishop and all that drivers then that are fighting for the championship not to start at the back of the grid. Now, the car ahead of him, you can see here, is the 38 of Daniel Boyles. He is making a serious effort to actually get into the top 10 in the championship. A real form driver he is now, as Daniel. May just got held up behind the zero of Wes McCall, who is really falling out of championship contention. I don't think he's even in the title picture now, is Wes. I mean, Wes is sitting in 10th, 302 points back, so I think mathematically Wes is eliminated from the championship. And there is James Qualls, Voiles just managed to get by, and there, like I says, there is James Qualls, second in the championship, has been slowly picking away at his teammate Noah Carr's lead. There's the man that's going to be, who is third in the championship, RJ Bishop. Now, it's amazing to think that he was racing for Hendrick Motorsports last season, didn't do too well in that car. Oh my goodness, I've heard a car hit the wall. No, I think we may be okay then. But yeah, like I says, he was driving for Hendrick Motorsports last season. Didn't do too well, and now he comes into this third, and he's got two Hendrick Motorsport drivers ahead of him in the championship. He is still, how many points back is he? He's 62 points back from Noah Cars. Right, we've got some battles here, which involves two Gibbs Racing teammates in Stanford and the 17 of Jessica Shelton. Last time we're going to see that beautiful looking livery, the USG Sheetrock, is it? I think it's Sheetrock. And there is the leader, getting a toll from last week's winner, Papyrus Anthony McCrory, who actually won at this track a season ago. And he was also so close to being in, well, he finished in the top 10 of the championship. He's a long way back, Anthony. He's 29th in the points after that when he moved up 5 places, though. And we've got some battles here. We've got Dylan Young, Diego Ospina, 66 of Colin Jones, the 07 of Brent Wintergreen, and the 45 of Kyle Matthews. And then further up ahead there you see Danny Wells and Carson Green. Carson Green recording his best finish of the season, the second at Papyrus, and did lead a good amount of laps too in the process. Those two continuing on from their battle with Papyrus last week. Just saw Jack Mitchell into the pit lane. Further forward here, we see there Matt McLean with Chris Summers and Ali Rain and Alexander Rowe, Charlie Buxton and Matt McIntyre over too. I do have to say, I feel real bad for the 77. She's been battling up at the front. We've seen a lot of times that Ali Rain's been up at the front, but then it's just the race finish is just daunted out. She's got a race win to her name, but She nearly sits 1,000 points behind the championship leader coming into this in the penultimate round. Anyway, they looks like they're all working together. Well, take that back, as they're catching up on Brandon Tedesco. Oh, and look like Nathan Hudson's coming into the pit lane to put on some fresh tyres. Don't forget the cars are using the Super Speedway package around here. As Dylan Pulte nearly gets to the wall. Here's Jesse Turner riding in the Rally's checkered car. And another man also in form coming in this race is Brandon Ross. He was the pole sitter a week ago at Papyrus, finished in 3rd place. He now sits in 15th place, I believe that is. Yes, 15th in the points. And he's getting a good run off of the 80, the Cody Lamas. Trent Dunham is also there too, and the light blue and yellow 43 of Joshua Collard as they make their way through turn 1. Then you've got Sky Commons, a 2-time winner this season. Jamie Smith, Seth Cole, Sam Oskin, Christian Martin. I think he's probably out of contention for the championship. Let me have a look again on my paper. No, he's actually still in title contention. 188 back from 7th place. And there's James Coles by himself. That's not good. Carson Gum with Zachary Fitzwater. And again, there's Daniel Walls and Wes McCall back together. And I think we've gone through everyone, I believe. As Austin Plant's putting on some fresh tyres as well. As Colin Jones and Wintergreen also come into the pits. And out goes Carson Green. Another scraper. Oh, God, look at this battle here. Guys on the high side, they're going to mess each other up on their qualifying times too. Oh, Summers, you can just see Summers just barely using all of the racetrack, even close enough to hitting the safer barrier too. So we basically got packs here. Yeah, we have basically got packs here. And now this pack of cars is catching up then to James Qualls. So he will at least go faster. Where is he at the moment? 41st. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 41st then for James Qualls. Not good, but he's got some help now. So his car should be a little bit quicker. Austin Plant is sitting 40th. Oh, this is going to be a nervy 2 odd minutes here for these drivers. Like, as James Coles has a full head of steam, gets by 49 of Austin Plant, no problem. That's going to hold up behind Sky Commons and Sam Oskin and Christian Martin in the process. Hopefully not too much though. Now then, these 4 drivers are working here together. 2 Fords and 2 Chevrolets. And in the pit lane then goes Chris Summers and Matt McIntyre. And again, Dylan Pulte, 2. Just trying to figure out where... Well, out goes Wintergreen, who's going to come out just ahead of the 4-car pack here. As there we see Nathan Hudson. And there we see the 8 pushing the 44. Let's see where he is at the moment. 36th place. We've got about a minute and 20 seconds to go. So the championship contenders then are pretty much deep in the field. And like I says, they're using the Super Speedway package, so we are going to be seeing a lot of overtakes here. Now, the last time that we raced here, it was pretty much a wreck fest. Cars were upside down. I believe Jesse Turner was upside down at this track. So, yeah, hopefully it's not going to be as a wreck fest as what it was the first time that we came here this season. More drivers in the pit lane. There we look then at Carson Green, who now sits 41st. So I believe James Coles may have gone quicker. And we've got less than a minute to go until the end of the qualifying session. There's a look then at Diego Ospina with Michael Norman, my apologies. Kyle Matthews side by side with Danny Wells. Dylan Young and RJ Bishop too. All there working together into single file formation. Out goes Pulte, but I don't think he's going to have time to do another lap. Neither's Matt McIntyre. You can just see him there in the Caterpillar Dodge coming back out onto the track. But, you know, qualifying is basically going to be ending now. Trent Dunham is still trying to catch up with them. The Sky Commons then therefore goes into the pits. And there's a look then at Sky Commons, and he is sitting in 30th place. And there's 0 seconds. The time is up. So qualifying now has officially ended. The guys that have... Look at this here. Oh, and Poteet's coming back into the pits yet again. Oh, he was in the pits not long ago. Jack Mitchell's also in. I want to keep an eye out here on the 19, because it wasn't that long ago that Poteet was in. Let's see. Is there a problem on 19 Dodge? We'll find out here. And his car is okay. Okay. So he's actually 39th on the grid. And we've got about 20 seconds to go until the end of qualifying, until we pause it and see who's going to start on the pole for tomorrow's race. And this could be hugely important because it's a chance to see who will still be mathematically in the hunt for the championship at St. Joltis and who's going to be eliminated. 2 seconds to go, 1 second to go, 0 seconds. We'll pause it there. I'll have a look then at if anyone is coming to the pits and their car has disappeared. So I've had a look then, and good news, no cars disappeared. So everybody is going to be starting in their regular positions. No cars going to be starting at the back. So the big question then, who is going to start on the pole for tomorrow's penultimate round of the championship? It will be Nathan Hudson. Nathan Hudson will start on the pole, the only driver to get below the 30-second barrier. Cody Lammers in second, and Joshua Collard in third. Jesse Turner will start fourth. Then they got Matt McLean and Ali Rain. Ali Rain's getting some decent qualifying. Again, hopefully her race pace is good enough to make her stay up there. Sky Commons and Seth Cole will be on row 4. Chris Summers, I think that's realistically the first driver in the top 10 in the championship there that's going to be starting in the top. He's the only one in the top 10 in points to start in the top 10. Alex Rowe will be alongside Chris. Liam Irving in 11th. Jamie Smith 12th. Dylan Young 13th, alongside Danny Wells on the 7th row. Then on row 8, you've got Levi McIntyre and Diego Ospina. Wintergreen and Oskin will be row 9, and completing row 10 will be Charlie Buxton and Michael Norman. 2 good friends are sharing the same row. Brandon Ross, a guy on form. Car 21 will start position 21, and he's going to be alongside the rookie points leader, Jack Mitchell. Christian Martin, 7th in the points. He's going to start in the middle of the pack, whereas McCoast, he's 10th in the championship, so they're going to be sharing row 12 together. Jessica Shelton and Kyle Matthews will make up row 13. Colin Jones and Brandon Tedesco will make up row 14. No sign of the top 3 in the championship, though, so maybe a bit of a cause for concern here for these drivers. It'll be a very nervy night then for the top 3 in the championship, I can guarantee it. Nick Gunther, he sits also in the top 10. I believe he's 5th in the points, maybe 6th in the standings. He's going to be starting in 29th, then alongside Carson Gum. Trent Dunham and Daniel Voiles, just again, like I was saying, the guy that's trying to get into the top 10 in the points after this race. Zachary Fitzwater, Austin LaPlante, Matt McIntyre, RJ Bishop, 3rd in the standings. Championship leader Noah Cars is going to start 37th. And then you've got Charles Sanford. Dylan Pulte, he's also in the top 10. James Qualls, the 2nd in the points. Andy McCreary, well, I mean, there you go. Andy McCreary and Carson Green, they finished 1-2 at Papyrus a week ago. They're going to be sharing the final row. So this is going to be absolutely huge here for the championship. A lot of drivers then in the top 10 are starting in the lower half of the grid. Noah Cars, a championship leader, 37th. James Qualls starting 40th. RJ Bishop, 36th. Dylan Pulte, 39th. Where's Danny Wells? Danny Wells is further up, isn't he? Yeah, Danny Wells is further up, isn't it? Yeah, he's 14th. Yeah. And then you got Gunther in the 11th, 29th. Christian Martin, there you can see him in 23rd. Chris Summers, he's the one that's benefited from all that. He's in the top 10. Jack Mitchell as well. He's going to start 22nd. And Wes McCall in the Zero. He is 24th. So a lot of drivers then in the top 10 in the championship are going to be starting deep in the field. This is going to be one exciting race. And definitely you're going to have to make sure you will not miss this race. I think it's going to be absolutely epic. Anyway, we'll see you again then tomorrow. A lot of nervy drivers, championship drivers, starting at the back of the pack. Bye-bye.